Welcome to the first episode of the TYPECast. I'm Cheats.
But I'm very sceptical.
If we win, I'm out till Sunday. If we lose, I'm out till Sunday.
Buy, sell, hold. What are you buying, Jamo? Start, bench, cut. Welcome to the Type Studios.
Thanks, mate.
And we've got Bear. We've got Cooper. How was that happen? All right, Sammy, I got to ask you the question. Why are you wearing a GWS jumper and a Port Adelaide scarf?
Because my two second favourite teams just won this weekend.
I think you're rage baiting.
No, I'm not. I love Port and I love the orange team.
But you love North. There's a few weeks ago you said...
And you hate Freo.
I'm off North.
Yeah.
And fuck Fremantle. You lost.
There was some serious...
You lost against Stringer, he's been the envelope all year and he turned into the package. He had his one generational game for the year against you guys.
He's on one today. He's coming. He's red hot. He actually told me about his Giants jumper.
Yep.
And I said, just get here early so we can get your reaction. And boy, you didn't disappoint with your reaction.
Yeah, I was just pissed off. Like, I walk in, I just see orange, an orange tsunami.
And yeah, you've seen it twice this week, apparently.
He's just rage baiting. He's called me Chetna. It's Cheats, mate. And he's called you...
Jay.
Okay, listen.
It's not hard, mate.
You could just make your names more memorable.
What?
It's not my
Cheats
fault.
And Jamo.
They're not very common.
I wouldn't say... Do you know any other cheats?
No, but I have seen a cheater. I don't know what relevance that has. Sorry. Anyway.
Answer the damn question.
Yeah,
Samuel?
No.
Oh, he doesn't like
Samuel Jackson.
Samuel.
Anyway, getting into it.
Well, no, I want to actually ask you why you called us that. Because either, you said, is it spell check? It's not spell
No,
check.
I use Siri because I don't like typing because it hurts my thumb.
Oh, my God, that's precious.
That is
No,
very
because I've got
precious.
like tendonitis or arthritis in my thumb.
So you speak to your phone?
Well, yeah, because it doesn't speak back. It's fucking better than speaking to you.
But how does it... So you're pronouncing my name... I don't know how you...
I think
how are you pronouncing it with an N?
Like I said, Div 12 Resis and it said Deb something or other.
Deb 12
Yeah, Deb.
Resi.
Yeah, so there you go. See? There you go. Point proven.
Let's get right into it. I mean, me and Jamo, we actually played footy together, Sammy, and we're trying to tee up you to come down and play with us in the, what is it, Div 12...
Div 12
The Deb.
Resis.
The Deb 12
Div
Resis
12
as
Resis.
The Debbies.
Now, rumour has it
Yeah,
that you had 40,
I didn't
but
have
you
40.
didn't have a Sacramento.
Sacramento.
Did you kick a
I'm
goal?
starting to think it's not Siri. It might be you because you said Sacramento.
The brain
yeah.
works in mysterious ways. How many goals did you kick?
No goals. So there was no
Okay.
Sacramento. There was nothing there. I think it was about 30 possessions. But the biggest thing is I played with the one and only Jamo Lennon. And there was no arse flute happening.
No, well,
Can we
Well,
clear
I was-
up what arse flute is?
I was
before?
playing quite far away from you. I was in the back line this
Yeah,
week.
he was a general down back.
And yeah, there was no arse flute, but if there was, he wouldn't have known.
Yeah. So if anyone's watching arse flute, long story short, is when Jamo had a trial when he was 18. He was a bit nervous and he had to do an agility test. And he had a bit of arse flute, which is he had a bit of gas. And it really blew the recruiters away that...
It's like a duck step.
that he made the team. So now every time we see Jamo Lennon highlights, we just go, there's a bit of arse flute there.
Yeah.
Bit of gas.
Inside joke.
It's not really an inside joke anymore.
Well, it's an
I don't
outside
want it to
joke
be.
now.
Yeah, it's an outside.
It's been made public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, we want to
Love
blow
that.
everyone away.
No.
But we
Put 'em-
played together.
Yeah, we
in
played together.
like a 4-goal loss.
Yeah.
We got smacked by them earlier in the year. Had a few better players this time. Cheats came down. Jabra came down. Was very good.
Draft Jabra. Played in the ruck a little bit as well, pinch hit. You know what?
He's actually pretty good.
He gives 110% effort.
He does. Yeah.
So
He's very hard at the ball.
How did you play?
Pretty bang average, to be
I
honest.
think
I
he
wasn't
played well.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he held it down well.
How many goals got kicked on you?
One. Oh, one was kicked on me, and then one I actually scooped up to someone who...
I remember that late in the quarter, you kicked it off the ground.
Yeah.
He was their like best player.
God,
as well.
that's
I counted that as a
Nah,
disposal as well.
was
Of course you did. Did you go through your stats again to make
Sure
sure
did.
that Premier Data got it right?
Yeah.
Yes or no to counting your own stats if they're filmed? Big yes for Jamo Lennon, apparently.
Yeah.
I don't have to say your full name.
You don't have to, no. But
I'm in that mode.
from me, big yes.
Yeah.
Because,
Well,
yeah.
clearly you do it every week.
Yeah, and I can do it pretty quick as well. On the editing software.
The two
skim
times
through.
speed.
Nah, I can do it with my finger.
Yeah, there you go.
Scrub. Do a
Not
lot
bad.
of scrubbing.
Not bad. Very good.
And
yeah.
the reason I thought you may have had 40 is because when I was looking for when I got the ball, it was just Cheats gets it 5 times, then I get it. Cheats gets it 5 times, then I get it. So you had a lot.
Yeah,
I know you've only
early.
watched a little bit, but when the
Yeah.
Prem data stats come out, if they're
Yeah.
correct, you've probably had a big day.
We'll see. And then I know straight away the first comment will be like, "This is AI."
Yeah.
Speaking of AI, did you like? So let's wind back to Thursday night, and obviously the Cats got the chocolates against.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. Because
so long ago.
Catman's having an absolute meltdown.
Yeah. Is he still stuck on a tree?
Well, he was saying,
Yeah.
have you watched the video? Because I watch all of them. I'm up to
No,
date.
you
He
send
was
them to
saying
me. I'll watch the first 3 seconds, and I can't do it.
I can't
he
do
thinks
it either.
it's disrespectful to come down to GHNBA and win against Geelong.
That's so good.
That was his whole argument.
You don't
and it
come
went
to-
on for like 5 minutes, and I was so locked
and he blamed
in.
the wind.
Oh yeah, he blamed the wind tunnel that comes through a certain side of GHNBA and said it was blown off Dangerfield's foot. So I went back to it, and Dangerfield just missed his foot.
Yeah.
It was not the wind.
So
It was-
what about did Jane Bunn cop it as well?
He did mention Jane Bunn, but I don't think it was to do with the weather. It was something else random.
So she got another mention.
She gets a mention every week.
He's got some sort
Brian
of
Hale or
vendetta
Sean.
against Jane Bunn. He thinks it cost them a flag, and he just keeps going on about it. It's
Well,
weird.
he thinks if you get the weather wrong, you should be fired.
Yeah.
And he thinks that Chris Scott doesn't prepare his team based on the weather predictions that Jane Bunn makes.
Yeah. Oh,
And she gets them wrong.
I had a joke, but sometimes I take things a bit too far in this show.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Can we get a beep ready?
okay. I'll get the beep ready. Tell me.
Maybe Jane Bunn was the one who.
Fuck me.
Maybe that's why he has the vendetta.
Oh my god.
Allegedly.
What? That's just.
Well,
I don't even think that makes the cut.
actually,
here,
it makes sense why he's in a tree now.
Yeah, the whole Catman is on a generational run, and that's weird to say. Every week he's doing something strange. He was on a tree, and he said he's not coming down until they win. And
Till
they
the fireman comes.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. Yeah, you might be up there for a few more
So,
weeks, buddy.
This game was like I feel like the stench of bye rounds is still hanging around, even though like we got a full round. We got every team play this week, but it felt like a round that had like teams missing out because it just felt shit.
Well, also, like Sunday, 2 games. There was no midday 1:15 slot.
Yep.
Why? Why do we need a double header?
And
And
then
they were both awful.
the Friday doubleheader was atrocious.
Yeah.
You go West Coast Adelaide, Sydney Bulldogs, terrible. And that's why I'm like, I've got like memory loss now from that Geelong Brisbane game. That felt like another round ago. Because,
It felt like weeks ago.
yeah, because you essentially had 9 games, but the fixturing was so weird. And we had one game that was probably worthy, Collingwood Gold Coast.
Yeah.
But outside of that, everything else was bin juice.
Mm-hmm.
But you're shaking ass because your team won on
We did.
on Sunday.
We did. I mean, you'd expect it.
Yeah.
You'd
Arse shake
expect
Sundays.
it. Arse shaking Sundays.
Yeah. But then you're one of the weirdest people because his team wins and you don't get many of those wins, but you decide to wear, just because you're the love of rage baiting, you decide to wear the opposition team's jersey that he goes for. Like, that's just so bad.
I would never do it.
Yeah, that is so spiteful. And
Yeah.
what has he done to you?
Don't know. But he's done something.
So Naz and Brad combined for
88 and 2
88
goals
and 2, and it's just
Not bad.
It's an
Yeah,
absolute
but also
field day.
it's Essendon. That like fuck me. It's like 18 mannequins on the field. Might as well have been.
There's no winning for you. There's
There
literally
is.
no
We
winning.
just won.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you as a supporter, I was speaking to Jamo about this, and it's like, how good is this on a Sunday when your team, you're guaranteed to win. It's just cruisy. I mean, yes, the game's not a spectacle, but you're
Yeah.
like, you know what? This sets my week up. We're winners.
No, it does, because I drew a bath. I had my evening primrose oil. I didn't even watch the last half. I didn't need to. I knew we were home.
He drew a bath.
You drew a bath.
I drew a bath. What's wrong with having a bath?
Nothing.
You're just
Nothing's
jealous
wrong
that
with
you don't have a bath.
No, it
I
was
do
just
have a bath.
it was the
Oh,
term
okay.
you used.
Yeah,
Well, I just haven't heard
I've
someone
never
say.
heard anyone say I drew a bath.
Well, that's what you do. You draw the water into the fucking bath.
Yeah. No,
What
I
do you
thought
mean?
Like did a drawing of a bath.
Okay, you're taking things far too
I'll be
literally.
honest. I was with him. I'm like, I drew a bath.
You've never heard that.
I'm like, he's
drew
got his crayons out and started to draw a
Because
bath.
in our group chat, you sent something like some illustration.
Oh, no, we can't talk about that because that's a really inappropriate meme.
Yeah,
that
I'm
I
not
sent
going to explain
the
what's
group.
happening in it.
Let's just say someone's bits were out.
Sammy was sending drawings. And so when I instantly went there, and to be honest, this week on Instagram, St Kilda put a competition out there to go, hey, we want you to design
The best bath.
The best. No, St Kilda's gather round Guernsey for next year. And they said no AI, and I said, Sammy, I tagged him in it. I said, why don't we get you to do it? And he's like, oh, do it on the show. And I said, let's get the crayons out.
Oh,
Yeah, no, we actually should.
So we had this leading up. So when you said you drew a bath,
We were like,
or Microsoft Paint.
we've got an artist here.
maybe he's into drawing bathtubs. That's what he likes doing. Hey, well, we'll move on from the bathtubs, and we'll have a chance to talk about St Kilda. But let's talk about the best game of the round, which is Gold Coast versus Collingwood. How stinky are Gold Coast at the moment?
Fuck, they're so bad. Like, I think we can agree. Let's not be, confused by the fact that a close score equals a good game. It was not a good game. Both teams were very okay-ish. It was not a great game.
It was a great game. I'm a Collingwood supporter, and I have to say it was fantastic.
I was asleep for the first half.
Yeah, they were just Collingwood were rough and tumble, and also okay, and Gold Coast are just shit. They're shit. And they're weak.
I thought things would get better for Gold Coast. I genuinely believe something would turn and they'd string a couple together to break this
Stringer
of losses.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
It's just
So did I. I thought this was a danger game because you'd think after losing 5 in a row, playing against a team that you're competing against for a wild card spot, this is going to be a game they're going to come out super hard,
Especially at home.
At home,
they're bottom 5. Who would have thought that this team, with also a very easy fixture, they have a very, very favourable fixture, is now in the bottom 5.
They're the only
they
team
stink.
in the entire comp that's lost five in a row as of right now.
I reckon they could. They've won
that's
6.
Sorry, Essendon, do they not count? When did Richmond last win?
Right.
They've got
Who
a
the hell
bye.
is this? Yeah.
It's because they've got
Too
a
busy
bye.
watching his own stats and just counting them in.
I was counting
why
the
is it
B's
so
as
zoomed
D's.
in,
Yeah,
old
true.
man?
So I would say Gold Coast, that meme where he's like, you're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy.
Yeah.
That's like Gold Coast right now. They tried to do the Biff. They tried to go the fight, and it just didn't work in their favour at all.
What were your thoughts on Gold Coast after the loss, the social media team putting out the black and white sad soppy?
Oh, did you? That was
see it?
so fun.
Didn't see it.
We're hurting together.
It was crazy. It was like,
Have you not seen it?
yeah, we have to show him.
It's it's so cringe.
So obviously they've lost a lot in a row. Fans are a bit disappointed, below expectations.
20 fans.
And they've popped this video out, black and white with sad music, with shots of the players just depressed.
It's like when you scroll on TikTok and you see Sam drawing with Judah Earl attached to some video.
It's almost sad.
Yeah, I know.
That's almost too sad. Just give me the full-time post.
What are the comments saying on that, actually?
You know what's the worst thing about this is? They would have had to prep this before the game even finished.
No, I know. Who's
Be like, hey guys,
who's their
if we
admin? It's like,
lose,
how do we win people over here?
I know their socials team and they're lovely. They're really nice. So that's I would like to say we could get to the bottom of it, but I don't want to pop them. That's that's strange.
It's just funny.
Yeah, it is very funny. But they may not win. They could
Again.
lose. No, they'll probably end up winning again. But they could lose 9 in a row. So I was doing a bit of research, and the Nepo baby crash out is well and truly on. Okay, so they've got the Crows in Adelaide, followed by the Dogs at home, and that's one that's probably winnable. But the way they played against Collingwood, most likely probably lose that as well. And then they've got Carlton at Marvel. That's 3 in a row they could lose, which gets them to 9 straight losses. Nepo baby crash out.
And they're losing a couple guys at the end of the year, it seems.
It seems like they all want out. This is like the reoccurring theme with Gold Coast.
It's crazy that this is happening after their greatest season as a club. You'd think that the band would stay together.
Nah,
But things can't be going too well behind the scenes.
Well, they're
for
not.
everyone
But also,
wanting
when
to
do we
leave.
start directing criticism at Dimmer? Because I feel like he kind of escaped scot-free after every single loss.
Yeah.
Is there a culture issue at Gold Coast?
There has to be.
It's hard to know if we're not there. Like,
It's speculation,
It
right?
is.
We're not journalists, and let's not pretend to be journalists.
yeah.
here.
And then all the
No.
players come out and say, no, I wouldn't say so.
My time around the Gold Coast Suns, they seem lovely. They
Yeah.
seem like they all get along well together. Questions from watching outside is, do they not have any senior heads in that team where things don't go their way? They can kind of just go, this is what we'll stick to.
They got Nick Holman.
Yeah. I mean, senior, like, no disrespect to Nick Holman, but I'm saying senior players that have been a part of premiership systems.
Like a track. Who
should be, but I think Track's got a record or history to say that he's out for himself. Not saying it's the worst thing, but that's just the style of guy he is, right? When he was at Melbourne, it was the Track show.
And then we've got a Brownlow medalist who is really struggling a little bit this year.
Out of form.
Yeah.
So, like, no disrespect to, like, the Andersons, Rowell, Bailey Humphreys, all these kind of guys.
Yeah.
But they don't know anything other than Gold Coast. You've got Track there. You don't really have other experience. Usually these teams that come up, for example, Melbourne, before they were coming up, they had Jordan Lewis. They had some of these older guys that would spread some wisdom to be like, hey, it's not just going to happen. And I thought Dimmer was going to be the one. Like, you got Daniel Rioli, I thought might be. But I think they just need some legitimate players that are just going to be like old heads that are just like, yeah, you know what? We can push through this.
How much will it hurt? So they're going to lose one of King or Walter.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be King.
Yeah. Who's leaving the Coleman, by the way?
Imagine if they lost both.
Well, they could be losing Humphreys as well, and there's probably other people that want out.
Yeah.
Ballard,
everyone wants out of Gold Coast right now. It's a fire sale. But that wasn't obviously Gold Coast losing was a big story. The other big story to come out of this was the Biff, the fines. The AFL have had their end of year Christmas party paid for courtesy of Braden Maynard and Touk Miller, who will both be paying, as reported today, $5,000 each. And who knows how much other fines they're going to throw out there. But then, so you get a fine, you get a fine, you get a fine. That was crazy. The Biff there, and then obviously the umpire incident was insane. What are your takes on that?
I'm glad it wasn't a suspension.
Yeah.
Because the umpire contact stuff, I think we're a little bit, and I think it came off the back of umpires who got injured from umpire contact, right? Midfielders who are big bodies crashing into like skinnier people. There's bound to be issues, but I think people getting suspended for it is a bit crazy.
Yeah.
The fines I understand because get out of their way. They're just trying to do their job. But yeah, I'm happy that no one was suspended from this incident. And I thought it's been blown out of proportion a bit. But yeah, a bit of a dog act from Long.
Yeah, I reckon it was the way the media presented it initially. If you go back to the way Fox commentators, they're like, that's gone. That's 4 weeks, at least 4 weeks. But Jack Rewalt was saying that, and I love Jack, but it was just like, you can't, this like catastrophic thing as soon as something happens and just putting numbers out there, basis of like Toby Green. Toby Green had no one else in sight. Yeah. Literally hip and shouldered an umpire.
But this is the thing, right? It has to be discretionary and you have to question the intent.
Yeah.
Like the intent there, well, there's no intent because it's accidental, whereas Toby Green is very deliberate.
Very deliberate.
But the AFL is so binary and black and white. It's either you do or you don't. You make contact or you don't, which I think is stupid, particularly when it comes to any kind of rule.
And the contact was minimal as well. Like it was more of a brushing past.
Yeah. I saw an incident, and it goes back 20 years ago. The Collingwood player actually pushes the umpire because he's frustrated.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
He got 20 weeks for that.
Oh, yeah.
That's so Collingwood has a history. He got 20 weeks of that back in the day. You'd think that would be pretty much, I think you're done if that happens now. And then, funny enough, that happens on the Sunday in a VFL game where the umpire cops a clip twice because the St Kilda and Essendon player go at each other. That's hilarious because there was heat, and then as soon as the umpire got accidentally hit, they both were just like, oh my God.
Broke it up.
They're like, I'm so sorry. They both were, I'm sorry.
That has to be a week or two.
Yeah.
He's whacked the bloke in the face.
You'd think so. He obviously copped it there. The umpire took it so well.
It's like uppercut.
The slow motion of that is hilarious because his head goes back and the whiplash, you can feel it. Now, the overreaction, what do you think the overreaction result is going to be by the AFL for this?
27 weeks.
No, in terms of to protect umpires.
Helmets.
I reckon tasers. I reckon umpires will be allowed to carry tasers and tase players.
What about a cattle prod? Because it gives you a meter and you can like zap them from afar, right in the neck as well.
Bulletproof vests. Even though
bulletproof vests.
Even though players aren't carrying guns.
How about for Melbourne-based games? They should be armed with machetes. Just in case.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, and at the end of the game, they can dump it all into a bin.
Yeah.
Make their money back.
Get them some like NFL armour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
full
If
body
we were in America,
armor.
you know what they'd be saying? The umpire should be carrying some guns. Could you imagine just like
Something like, I get that because Americans carry guns.
Yeah.
That's not legal here though, so that's stupid. Moving on.
There he wants to be. I just think it's like you've got 4 umpires, right? It's bound to happen. It's a physical game. It's one of the most. It's a 360 physical game as well. I don't think any other game in the world is like this.
You know what we should have? We should have umpires suspended in the air via wires, like Pink at a concert. And they should be floating around the ground.
They can't get hit. But
Like-
then, you know what happens? Then
Yeah,
the ball
do they do
hits
the-
them.
Yeah, I was going to say, an umpire, it's going to be like that seagull that got whacked by the ball that one time
And then it just,
and just
falls.
dies on the
Yeah.
field.
You know what's another solution that I have? You bring in a fifth umpire called the enforcer. It's post-career. You allow those big-bodied, like those big players. They're like, you know what? We need umpires in the game, but you're kind of like a bouncer security for the umpires.
Like a Mitch Robinson.
Yeah. So you just get Mitch Robinson in umpire for Lero Kid. And imagine that happens. As soon as Maynard goes to run, Mitch Robinson's running from the other side. He's like,
Takes him out.
don't you go near the umpire. And he just like shirt fronts him. That
Hell
could
yeah.
stop. That could stop a lot of brawls.
I saw one clip from a few years ago, and it was a security guard trying to break up the players.
That's it. But then you have an official one. Could you imagine? This could be like Reece Matheson. Get the barometer. Get Mitch Robinson in there.
Yeah.
Get Fraser Garrick. Bring him back. This is a G train. As soon as the scuffle breaks out, no one's doing anything.
Nah.
You know, Braden Maynard. Let's see how tough you really are. With the fifth umpire, Mitch running right at you, just ready to break it up. But yeah, look, I'm happy with the result. I think the fine is good. I think it's, like you said, the intent wasn't there to hurt the umpire. Bit silly to run, but I think given the circumstances, it's great to see they use common sense. Obviously, what Long did was not on. He hit him behind when he wasn't looking. Maynard's reaction, he's not the first and he's not the last player to run and try to remonstrate, especially when the siren's gone. It was unfortunate the umpire was there, but you can clearly see that he made a conscious decision to slow down, to move over a little bit. He did push the umpire a little bit, but that could have been just trying to move him out of the way because the umpire didn't want to move out of the way. Kind of wanted to be there. Like,
Imagine
let me stay here, boys.
an alternate universe.
Yeah.
Maynard ran over, picks the umpire up by the throat, choke slams him, and then pins his leg.
With
Yeah.
AI, I'm
Nice.
surprised no one's done that.
Nice.
What if the umpire just clocked him as he was running at him?
Yeah,
It was
I reckon
self-defense.
umpires should be allowed to shove back and do other things. Like, if you can hip and shoulder a player, I reckon.
It was like a
off the ball.
WWE moment. That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
The umpire being there. In wrestling, obviously not real, and that'll hurt a few people. But then, like the referees are there, and they somehow always manage to get hit. That's what it felt like with this umpire.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not victim blaming here, but I'm just saying it was a precarious situation to be in.
I'd love to see the umpires carry around wooden rulers, and then whenever someone chats back to the umpire, they get slapped on the wrist.
You've pitched a fair few
Yeah.
things here.
Hit him where it hurts, right on the knuckles,
Right on the knuckles.
or like that thin bit of skin around the neck. Just whack him there.
Yeah, a naughty corner. Do you reckon a sin bin would work?
Nah, I despise it.
You despise it?
Yeah.
That's an interesting one.
Well,
But I feel like you
Or maybe like a chair in amongst the opposition fan base, and people just throw shit at you for
could
20
you imagine?
minutes.
They're like, Braden,
Like fucking
you've
hot
overstepped
chips.
the mark here.
Yeah.
You can either cop the suspension or fine or whatever's coming to you, or you get the chair.
And you have to face them.
Yeah, you can't watch the game. I mean, we've done sillier things in the game. We've introduced weird stuff, so who knows? But anyway, let's move on from that. Let's check in with Jamo, because Fremantle copped their first loss. Or who you'd like to say? What does he call you?
Jay.
Jay. I was going to say Jibe. Then I'm like, but let's check in with Jay.
Yeah. I'm doing fine.
Are you?
Oh,
That
clearly
sounded
not.
like a nervous I'm doing fine.
Clearly not when I walked in and I was a bit rattled with the GWS attire. But
You weren't just rattled. You wanted to fight.
So, yeah, let's unpack that.
Yeah.
no, I'm feeling okay because the media wanted this, didn't they? They need to lose. Yeah, so the media wanted this, didn't they? They were saying that Freo needed to lose because or else, they might just lose first week of finals, maybe go out in straight sets like Adelaide did. So here's the loss.
Seems likely.
How can we respond from this? Because it was a very off day. A lot of the players were just not up to their level. It was almost like they took it a bit too lightly. So it is a good reality check. But still on top of the ladder, game clear. I think we'll be okay.
What do you think? Are you sensing a little bit of unease?
I think so. And if I see one more fucking purple supporter say, oh, it was a tactical loss. No, it wasn't.
Who said that?
I saw 4 different people.
I'd
type
like
that.
to see the evidence.
No, I'll find it for
It's
you.
some 14-year-old boy.
I will find
It's
it
his
for
burner
No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't
Tactical
know.
loss.
It looked a lot like
My
you, Jay.
ass.
But- yeah, I don't know.
It was a loss they needed to have. I agree,
Exactly.
but is it for the better? Like, do you think they're going to be better for the long run?
Look, it's a reality check, but you also lost to a team that barely has any of its key players in check at the moment.
Yeah, and a team that's
Which I think he's
out
not
of form.
Yeah, a team that's horribly out
Can
of
you
form.
name those players?
And
Tom Green,
yeah, Jesse Hogan.
Lockie Whitfield's out of form like crazy.
Well, he was concussed.
Yeah,
Poor guy.
That's
why he's out of
makes
out
a lot
form.
of sense.
But yeah, a few of their
Brent
best
Daniels,
players.
yeah, they've got a fair few out,
Yeah.
and they're a hard team
Keep it
to
the
read, GWS, because they've knocked off some good teams on top, and then they've lost games to teams that are around the mark of where they are at the moment. But when they play their best footy, they look like they're a shoe-in for top 8 side. But then
And the package had his generational game.
He
it's a
did.
contract
'Cause he's-
year. That's a contract year game.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's been the envelope for a couple of weeks. The guy's done fucking nothing. So it's nice to see he can still kick a bag.
Yeah, he loves it too. He was
Yeah.
celebrating like crazy. He was loving it. And I feel like when the package and his manager go to the exit meeting and they're doing their contract negotiation or whatever it is that's happening, he has to play highlights from a particular game, and he probably sits down with his manager. And he goes, "This is the one."
Hey, watch the Freo game.
Yeah, what's a real?
Look what I did to Luke Ryan. I
Look
put
at
him
top
into
of the-
retirement.
Top of the ladder. Luke Ryan's had a few stinkers.
Yeah, well, he actually wasn't in the best team at the start of the year.
Yeah.
He was
So it
dropped.
was a part of the tactical loss that they decided to
He
play.
seems a little bit unfit.
Yeah, I know. Which is unfortunate because he was an All-Australian
Don't look at
caliber
me
player.
like that.
No, I'm
Jeez,
thinking-
give me
it's
fucking
just-
daggers.
Just my thinking face. So
okay.
that's fine. Thanks, Samuel.
That's all right, Jay.
Yeah, I don't think he retires. I think he ends up back in Melbourne playing for another team.
You reckon he'll keep going?
I think he'll keep going.
Yeah.
He's not old.
I don't think he'll leave Freo.
You don't think he'll really
No,
Freo?
no.
I don't think Freo have any use for him by the
Yeah.
end of the year. I think there's other players coming through.
Yeah.
But I think his type of player is valued here in Melbourne, Victoria, where he's originally from, which teams overlooked him. But he's an
North?
All-Australian caliber player who's, I think, just turned 30 or
North
31.
Melbourne.
He's just
Potentially.
slow. He's very slow.
But he's got an elite kick and he's actually not too bad one-on-one when he's fit.
Yeah. He struggles against those type of players that are mobile, fast, strong.
Never used to have that problem. But I think he's just he looks like he's
just
aged a
old.
little bit.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens naturally as the days go by. You age.
Yeah.
That's how time works. It's linear.
Okay, I get it.
But I don't think he'll
Like
be
a
dropped
clock.
for that because he hasn't had stinkers in the past 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll be dropped for one game, but yeah.
So the weekly check-in, which I haven't done in a while with you because I know you're always going to be good. You good?
about Freo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah. No, like on
Everything's
Saturday I wasn't good.
Yeah, you weren't good.
On Saturday I was awful.
Because I said Freo are coming at about 3/4 time. I said Freo are coming.
Yeah.
And he's like, on my face.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
Okay.
And I was like, Jamo,
It's a lot to unpack here. Even after a loss, you're still copping some glaze.
Didn't know we were going to bring that up in the podcast.
So you do like glaze, it turns out.
Well,
Glaze me, Freo.
Oh my God. Let's come on, boys. Let's
Cheats was giving me false hope because I knew we weren't going to come
I thought
back.
there was a chance because I thought, this is what good teams do. But, another game that was playing while that was happening was Melbourne and Hawthorn, and that was insane. The first half of it was crazy. So I'm just going to put you in my shoes. It was the World Cup. Obviously, you were clearly out at 4 a.m.
Was I?
Yep, you were out. You said, I'm out.
That's
and
correct.
I'm going to watch this game, and then I've got a game of footy to play. Good luck, boys.
I was shaking ass.
Shaking ass. So we had the World Cup game, which went to penalties,
Yeah.
which took a lot out of us
Heartbreak.
mentally. And then me and Jamo played footy. And then we came back, and then we had a double header in the afternoon, which is strange, but it is what it is. It happens all the time, I guess. But it just felt weird because we were coming off the bye rounds, and to see Melbourne up by 80 points at halftime was insane. And I was like, "Fuck, this is crazy!" Like Melbourne supporters are going to want an edit, and they only ended up winning by what? How many? 30, 40 points. It was just a
35.
tale of two halves.
Yeah.
It was
Very
such a strange game. It was like, okay, I need to make something because Melbourne look like they're the real deal. To Hawthorn just had the moral victory.
It was a game of football, and that's about all you can say about it.
Gee, thanks for that. What did you think? Did you watch any of that game?
Nah, not really. Like I had it on my laptop off to the side, but I wasn't.
Oh, you had the two screen operation.
Yeah, but I was very just dazed and confused on Saturday.
Were you concussed, or was it the finger?
It was the finger, it was the back, it was just a lot of
The
things.
whole thing, yeah.
Fuck me.
I was falling apart.
Yeah, get out the WD-40 and duct tape.
Who do you think has been the best recruit of the season?
Who have you got? Fuck,
So,
they're all
these are
kind of
high.
shit.
These are all.
They're all shit.
So coming into this season, there was a lot of movement, right? There was some high-profile recruits in TDK, Flanders. Unfortunately, Flanders got injured. Jack Steele went to Melbourne. Charlie Curnow, Will Hayward, obviously Ollie Florent, who played his 200th game. Liam Ryan, Christian Petrarca. Am I missing anyone else here? There's someone here that I've got as a standout that I want to mention.
Yeah.
But is there anyone else that I'm missing?
Not high profile. There's been other recruits.
Corey
but,
Durden?
But
Yeah, he's been actually very good.
He's been
Corey
good.
Durden, yeah.
not big names. Like Durden's not a high profile.
He's not a high
recruit.
profile,
No.
right? He was,
No.
yeah.
But there's,
But
but
it's what they bring to the team, right?
He is
Like they might
definitely
not
in
light
terms
the
of
world
value,
on fire.
just- yeah.
It's like Jack Steele, I'd say, out of the list that we have is probably
Silvani.
in terms of Silvani's been good, but I wouldn't say that he changes much in the team. Steele has changed the dynamic of that midfield. I think for the better.
Yeah, well, if you look at it, right, if you make a case for it, I mean, you wouldn't make too much of a case for TDK given the fact that he's come on a big deal and the expectation was very, very high. It's not that he's been so disappointing, it's just that he's not really probably meeting the expectations of his contract and the talk that led that. Obviously, Flanders is injured. Steele, like you said, because of how good Melbourne have been, you probably go, you know what, Steele's leading from the front. Then you got Charlie Curnow, who's kicked 45 goals this year. He's second in the Coleman. Sydney are flying. But the most interesting stat from Charlie is that he's kicked 37 goals from the bottom 10 teams. And I've said bottom 10 because he loves feasting on the Bulldogs, who are currently 8th on the ladder. But if you look at it, he's got 25 goals coming from 4 games, which is against the Eagles, Richmond, and the Bulldogs twice.
Yeah.
So he's a perfect example of numbers can give you a little bit of a false narrative unless you dive into it. No hate against Charlie, great player, but this is kind of the chat that's always been around with him is that he feasts on shit teams and when finals comes, he goes missing.
we'll see because they're going to play finals. Yes, he's been feasting, but I still think he's made them better. And from that list, he's probably... I think Liam Ryan's been great as well.
Liam Ryan's
as
been
more of
very
a
good.
value pick as well. Like he wasn't a guy who you had to pay much for at all, really.
Nothing.
And he's probably gone over my expectations for what he could do this year.
Huge.
Yeah.
He had pretty solid game today as well.
Yep.
Last week kind of had his colours lowered
Yeah.
against the Doggies where he kicked 0, but before that
The week before he
kicked
kicked
5. He
career
had
best.
back-to-back 5-goal games.
But
Yeah.
I still think Curnow from that list has been the biggest game changer in terms of like Sydney have McLean and Amati who are good forwards.
And Luke McDonald kind of does his thing
Logan,
here and there.
yep.
Logan McDonald.
Luke plays for North.
Luke plays for North. Yeah, these L McDonalds. You go
Yeah.
Luke Logan, yes.
Chetna.
Good on you, Chetna.
And yeah, Liam Ryan, good value pick. And then you got Christian Petrarca here.
I've got Christian Petrarca because he's gone from the start of the season after the first 3 games to being recruit of the season, Brownlow favourite, to probably, I would say, in my opinion, could be the most disappointing recruit.
Yeah.
Because given the profile that he brings and how he's got a Norm Smith medal, he's a premiership player. We were talking earlier about, the culture of the Suns. He's a premiership player, Norm Smith medalist. He should be bringing that winning culture.
He is. And you should also be able to spell his name right. Peter Acker.
Peter Acker.
What the fuck? I don't know who Peter Acker is. That's actually a great footy name. Peter
is.
Acker. Let's fucking go, Acker. But
I just saw that.
I was just like staring at it. I'm
Christian
like,
Peter Acker. But so who do you think has been, let me put this, let me spin this around now. Who do you think has been the worst recruit? When I say worst, I'm saying someone who's been below their expectations, below their standard.
It feels unfair to say Flanders because of the injury.
Yeah,
No.
let's leave him out because he was actually okay. He was okay.
okay. I'm going to say Flanders and Florent. I think they've been garbage.
Flanders is out with a career.
Flanders was
Almost-
garbage
yeah.
for half a season.
Yeah.
No. injury aside, wish him all the best. Train hard in the off season and whatever.
Why didn't you like him?
Because his disposals are shit. He kicks it up a chimney and not to anyone.
If you could go back in time now, obviously hindsight's a beautiful thing. Would you rather keep Steele than pursue Flanders
No, because Steele didn't offer anything to the team, and Flanders is a Steele prototype, but worse
and younger?
and younger. And we also gave up pick 7 for him,
So you'd
and are
rather
paying him $900K.
So you'd rather have Steele
No, I would rather have neither of them and just have pick 7
And
would
pick
be
7.
the preference.
If we're talking like contract to what they've delivered,
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I say.
yeah, $900,000. You're paying pretty much $1 million for a guy that can't get on the park, and was
he's bang on average.
Not very
He's just a
effective.
stat patter.
Yeah, I would say Flanders, but it's very hard.
It feels like a cop out.
it feels like a cop out. My biggest one, I would say, probably is track, probably because the things
Yeah.
that were questioned about him when he was at Melbourne was his defensive running and what he can bring to the table
Yeah.
in terms of culture. It's getting hard now at Gold Coast. This is where the cream needs to rise to the top. This is where the best players you look at, for example, Tim Taranto, I'm not saying he's a superstar, but Tim Taranto was at Richmond and they were getting thumped and he was getting that criticism from Kane that he wasn't in the top 150 players. He was doing really well. He was getting like 3 goals, 30 possessions.
yeah.
Now that's a weird example, but I'm just saying players when they're criticised and they're on these big deals, especially when they move to another club, you got to step up, and Christian's not doing that at the moment.
Yeah, not at the moment.
Peter
Like,
Racker.
the last 2 months, he's been poor.
Yeah.
But prior to that, he was the recruit of the season.
Yeah.
Like, after 3 games, he probably had 9 Brownlow votes.
Let's like the Gold Coast summary of the Gold Coast season, right?
Yeah.
Now the player that I think is the recruit of the season,
Yeah.
after watching this weekend, is Clayton Oliver.
Oh, yeah.
I want to give Clary some love.
Chetna didn't even put his name in the list.
I didn't put his name on the list because
No,
I had him below because he is the best recruit.
It's down the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've spelt his name Clary Oliver correctly.
That's fine.
That's fine.
You did. You did.
It's not Peter Racker.
That's fine. It's not Peter Racker.
Yeah, but I think Clayton Oliver is having the best revenge season. He was written off more than Petrarca because Petrarca almost had a career-ending injury. Oliver had, behavioural issues. And at the moment, a stat that speaks to me is that he's averaging 30 touches and almost 50% of his touches are coming from contested possessions. Now, he's done that 4 times in his career throughout a whole home and away season. If you compare it to some of the best players that have played the game that are in and under, like Gary Ablett Jr., he's only done it once. And Josh Kennedy, like the inside bull, and Lachie Neale, they've only done it twice. So average 30 plus possessions and 50% of it contested possessions. He's just an absolute inside bull.
Yeah.
Literally getting leather poisoning inside every game.
And he's been consistent. Every
Yeah.
game he's doing this.
Insane. And he doesn't, because he's not in the Victorian bubble, probably doesn't get as much recognition.
Yeah.
And he's not a sexy footballer. Doesn't look sexy, according to Sam.
No, he looks the same colour as his jumper.
Stole that joke.
He stole that joke and told it to the CEO of the AFL, by the way.
I said it in a room where the CEO of the AFL was in there, and then and a lot of people laughed. And the context behind this is he sent me this text message, and I said it out loud because it was funny, because I laughed out loud looking at my phone, and I just thought, you know what, I'll just say it out loud. But I forgot to mention the fact that it came from a friend.
Yeah.
And it was almost like I thought of it myself, and everyone was like, that's a good one. That's great. And I'm like, you know what, I'll probably hold on to this one.
He was so proud of himself for stealing my fucking joke.
Clayton would love that joke.
I don't think
Yeah.
Clayton would come and bend my windshield wipers if he heard that one.
Probably put a hole in your wall. But point being, Clayton Oliver is flying under the radar, in my opinion, because he should be in that All-Australian team. Given his numbers have been great, he's been instrumental in, considering Giants have had Tom Green out, they've had so many players just being moved into different positions. Toby Green was playing like a midfielder, and he's like, it's not my position.
Yep.
And Clayton Oliver's been the consistent throughout the whole thing.
You've summed it all up.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
we don't need to add anything more.
anything, yeah.
No, nothing to add.
Jesus, the whole thing wasn't about me saying this. This is who I think is recruit of the year. Who do you think? You think Clayton as well?
Oh, hands down, yeah. Oh, it's funny that I couldn't think of him when I looked at the list.
Yeah. You don't think anyone else is there? You think if you stop the season right now, it's him. He wins that award.
As of right now, yes. I would go Clayton, Curnow, Liam Ryan.
Yeah. And who would you go?
Clayton, Steele, Ryan.
Jack Steele. And you don't like Curnow? just because he's just not kicking goals against good teams.
Well, he's like a playground bully. The big kids come in and he does nothing.
Yeah. At one
Picks on
point,
the little kids.
one point on the weekend or on Friday, he was counting how many goals he had and he was showing the cheer squad. It was just the classic bully behaviour.
Yeah.
He's like
see?
4.
Playground bully.
4. But interesting to see if we keep this same list by the end of the season.
It'll change.
It'll change.
Yeah, these things always
Watch
do.
out, Corey Durden is coming.
Corey. So the Blues 6-7. Did you see that?
Did you just crack a 6-7 joke?
No, they did. Did you see they posted that?
No.
They had 6 crossed out and then 7.
Because they won 7 in a row.
Yeah.
Do you get that? Do you get that?
I get it.
That last week there was 6 wins, but this week they've won 7.
He just mansplained.
So-
I hate it. No.
Yeah, besides the man.
Well, you know, Chet asked a lot of questions. Anyway, moving on.
Do you reckon they sent a box of chocolates and flowers to Tom Lynch being like, thanks again?
Probably.
Is he cursed by Carlton Football Club at the moment?
I think that he needs to seek like mental health help. But because no,
Jesus.
because the criticism he's going to get from all of these misses would not be easy
It'll
to
be in
deal
his head
with.
for so long. He
This is where we add the BetterHelp brand deal right here.
Does he have nightmares in navy blue? Because it
must.
fucking seems
So
like
he went
it.
from 2-7 and
Yeah.
then he's like, you know what? I'm not going to make the same mistake. I'm not going to kick more behinds and goals.
No.
He ended up kicking 1 behind. But what it doesn't count is the out on the full, 2 out on the full ones
Yeah,
where
there's a
you
couple.
you should have probably kicked them.
Yeah.
It's in his head now. I reckon if I'm an opposition player, I'm reminding him every single time.
Yeah.
And that look, I'm going to say it. Probably if he kicks straight this game as well, they win. They win that game.
Yeah. Here's a fun game for you. If you're the man on the mark and he's taking a set shot, what are you saying to put him off?
Kick between the middle sticks. Because he won't.
Yeah, remember you were the only reason Vossi won a game this season? Remember that? remember that, Tom? You're the only reason Carlton went 0-8.
Yeah.
That he was the only thing that kept Vossi alive for maybe another 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
Let's think about that. That would get him. I think with Tom Lynch missing, it just reminded me of Space Jam. You know when they lose their powers?
No, I don't.
You've never seen Space Jam?
I
Have you
watched
seen
it, but
Space
when I
Jam?
was young.
No, it looks like a silly movie. I prefer
It's a
adult
Hollywood movie.
films.
Oh, okay, right, fine. So then that reference goes to water because that was one of my favorite ones, and I was expecting you guys to be like, "Yeah, that's
No,
so good."
so
Love that
this
one.
is when you do it, you make a video, do the edit, and then that will teach me.
True. So yes, at the moment, what's going on with Tom Lynch kicking against Carlton is that it's like his powers are gone whenever he plays, and it's like Space Jam.
So true.
Yeah, so get it.
Hey, just mansplaining to me.
Anyway, Carlton 7 in a row. Don't explain to me what that 6-7 joke is because I'm done with it. The hoodie caretaker strikes again.
Yeah, the substitute teacher.
The substitute teacher. They actually showed him like inspecting the ground before the game started, and it was classic substitute teacher vibes.
Yeah. Had a VHS copy of Remember the Titans
Yeah.
that he made the boys watch before the game. There we go, boys.
There we go, boys. This is what we're gonna do. You know what our game plan is today, boys? Just have fun. Just have fun.
Just go out there and just have fun with your mates.
I've actually got a message to Carlton supporters. Just a little thing
Do
that
you?
I've written here.
Okay.
What?
Go
Go
for
for it. Come on.
Well done, Blues. It's been a great couple of months for you. But your downfall is coming. You were very shaky against the bottom of the ladder team, and you have a very tough end to the season. You will lose the next 4 or 5 out of your next 7. Good luck.
Why did you read that like a hostage
Why
note?
the fuck did you write that as well? That's
Also,
why did
why did that sound like a hostage note?
So
Or
now,
like you were trying to get demands out of the Carlton Football Club.
now this is where because it's a sad and somber next couple of months they have. They're in party mode right now.
Are you
let's
trying to
face it.
rage bait the Carlton Football Club?
I think he's done that.
think
He's
I
already
did
rage
it.
bait Sydney. He hates Sydney.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, no, we know.
So they have the Hawks Saturday night.
Which they, I think, should lose given the fact that Hawks just came off. Like that game was
They'll
shocking.
get
Yeah.
decimated.
Then they have the Pies at the G,
Which
That'll
should be one of the games.
huge
Should be game of the year, close to in terms of the build up.
Yep. And then they have Gold Coast. That's the game you said that they'll probably win.
Mm.
Then they have Brisbane. Your boys.
Yep, they're losing that.
Then they have the Dogs, another good game. And then they have Freo. That's a tough run.
Yeah.
So good luck, guys.
The thing is, as
But
well,
if they make it, they deserve it.
Oh, I
absolutely.
agree. No, for sure.
But they're not playing good football. They are just winning. If you watch these games,
do that
their
all the
brand
time,
of
though.
footy is actually quite bad,
They
but they are winning.
The outside of Essendon game and the Richmond game, they've played well enough to suggest to me that they should be in the 10.
I disagree. I think the
They
Geelong
beat the
win's the only
Giants
good
game.
win.
They beat the Giants after the Giants decimated Brisbane. So they beat an informed Giants team. They beat Geelong. They beat the Western Bulldogs, and they beat Port Adelaide over there. So like their wins have been good, apart from the two that they really should have smashed.
Yeah.
And then Josh Fraser. Look, they could make a movie about Josh Fraser. I said this last week. I'm still standing by it. The caretaker.
Yeah.
So basically, doesn't take the job at Carlton, goes from club to club, and just says, you know what? You're sacking your coach. Let me handle this. Let me play Remember the Titans. Let me go and just be the substitute teacher.
Yeah.
But I've got another bit of a curveball in this whole thing, right? What if he's an undercover agent sent in by Collingwood to be like, hey, go out there, get the hopes up of Carlton supporters, and then when Carlton play Collingwood again, just lose.
100 points.
100 it could be. And it's like, here it is. Number 1 draft pick that went to Collingwood, played his whole career at Collingwood. Did he play at Gold Coast? I'm not sure.
I feel like he might have.
Maybe a year or two. But either way, he spent majority of his career at Collingwood. It could be like, hey, Josh, time to do what Mick did. Destroy this club.
18 games at Gold Coast.
Yeah, so most of his career came at Collingwood, and I feel like this could be the inside job, that Carlton-Collingwood game in 2 weeks. They could well and truly win. They could beat Hawthorn. Then they play us. We could be the one to end their streak.
Yeah, I could have egg on my face for sure, but it's fun playing the Carlton game.
Carlton hate game.
Yeah, because you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Yeah. How good is George Hewitt? Like, how was he left out of the side early in the season?
Because Vossi fucking hates him.
Yeah.
Like, it has to be that.
Now Vossi has to
Well said.
jump in on Super Saturdays on Fox and watch George Hewitt go to town.
Yeah.
He had a big game.
He's
too.
sleeping with the lights on, Vossi. He has to. He has to. He's having nightmares
I wonder
now.
how he feels. I would love to know the rationale as to why he was dropping him, because clearly when you're 1-7, it's not like he's a hack. It's not like he's a role player. No logical reasoning as to why you drop this guy.
Yeah, because it's personal, that's why.
You genuinely put yourself in Vossi's situation. Would there be any reason to drop this guy, or like?
No, like Sammy said, it has to be personal. Because performance-wise, it looks like he does all the right things.
The proof is in the pudding, in the way he's playing, and he's like now clearly he's probably like in their top 3 players. With you got Cripps, him, and then Walsh is obviously dominating as well.
Does it all go in the bin when Fraser goes? Like, let's say he doesn't take the role, or he's pretty much ruled himself out now, hasn't he?
No, I don't know. He hasn't ruled himself out.
Okay.
He just says, like, he's just very coy. He doesn't say he's anything at all.
But the other thing is, if Fraser goes and they bring someone else in, and then Carlton goes 0-4 or 0-5, the fucking place will burn down.
They'll burn down.
Yeah.
This is the issue. They don't have an old favourite son like James Hird waiting, where they can go and they're like, oh yeah, that was a better option than Fraser. Whoever they get clearly wouldn't want to coach, because they're always going to be seen as the second option to Fraser in the fans' eyes.
Yeah.
Like, it's a tough one, because if Fraser goes, let's say, 10-2 or 10-3, I don't know how many games he'll end up coaching, but if he has a winning record of over 70%, he doesn't get the job, and someone else comes in and they lose 2. I would say not 1. If they lose 2, everyone will be like, this sucks. The club's cooked. We've got no one who knows who's making decisions with just fucking nothing going on at the moment.
Imagine he takes a role at another club and succeeds, and like he's the one that got away. If Carlton didn't decide to go with him, it would be very interesting.
I
to see
mean,
how that plays
did
out.
you watch Essendon play?
Did I?
Did
watch?
you see Essendon play? I don't even think James Hird could save them.
Nothing can help that club. They're beyond help.
If there was ever a game, oh shit, my voice just broke. That's how bad Essendon goes. If there was ever a game to have Benny Hill music as the edit, that would be it, because the amount of clangers that were coming out was crazy. So Redmond, they said on TV, and they're usually pretty nice, they go, that is the worst kick all season. And then after that, Caddy, who's probably their best player, he misses a stinker. And then finally, I saw this one where I was like, this is insane. Archie Wicks just literally kicked it straight to Cooper Sharman in the last quarter. I'm like, what are we watching here? And then Kevin Sheedy's just like, as people want to leave early because they're like, we don't want to watch our team get buried. He's like, no, you sit down. You sit down and support us. And I swear to God, he had a GWS Giants scarf on as well. Which made it even worse. He wasn't wearing any Essendon, like, you'd think Sheeds would wear the Essendon scarf. Nah.
So imagine you're at the game and you know nothing about footy and you see a guy in a GWS scarf, just an old guy, just pointing at people saying, no, you stay, knowing no context. How funny would that be?
It would be hilarious. It's like, oh, fuck, this cranky old man
Who does he
is
think
yelling
he
at
is?
people to sit down. When he's not yelling at clouds, he's yelling at fans.
Yelling at fans. It was pretty bad. That's embarrassing, I think. That's
it is
very
embarrassing. Also, Pete, like, honestly, I wouldn't have even turned up in the first place. Good on him for even being there for that period of time.
He wasn't there because he goes to St Kilda and he just didn't end up going for that. Like, we're playing Essendon, I don't care.
Yeah, it was an away game. I'm not paying to watch that shit when I can turn off 7 AFL.
Yeah.
Turn on.
Yeah, there you go. But so the Essendon situation, like Josh Fraser's not going to go coach there. James Hurd's not going to save them. I don't know what's going on with them. They're, like I said, Benny Hill music for Essendon highlights or lowlights probably works really well.
How long? So let's say Hurd gets the job. How long do they give him to try and turn things around?
Depending on situation, I think they'll go 2 years minimum. And then in the back end of those 2 years, if they're still in the bottom two, then there'll be people yelling.
I'm not saying this will happen, but imagine he jumps in the hot seat and they go 0-10 to start the year.
Doesn't matter.
You reckon they'll just keep riding it out for a bit?
Yeah, and I
because
think
they'll find ways to kind of deflect.
Yeah.
Being like, this was all Brad's fault. Yeah.
But the whole
Brad
thing
set
about
us
that
up
is,
back. Yeah.
it's to get asses in seats. I don't think anyone genuinely thinks that James Hurd, with that track record, is going to improve this team.
You'd be surprised, Essendon supporters.
Yeah,
They've
You can't. I'm sorry. You
They're pretty
you
staunch.
can't be that stupid. If you think anything is going to change with him at the helm, you're wrong.
Maybe he goes out there and kicks the ball for them because that might actually help.
I also want
At the moment.
to just have a little moment of silence for Solomon, who's the caretaker
Dean Solomon.
at Essendon.
He's the shit CRT teacher at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, you've got the good one, Josh Fraser, who wears
Yeah.
a hoodie, doesn't care. And then you've got Dean Solomon, who's like, he's a CRT teacher who's taking his job a little too seriously to the point that it's like, mate, no one's listening to you.
Or you walk into the classroom and like Fraser walks into the classroom and the kids are awesome. And then Solomon walks in and he goes, oh, this is going to be tough.
He's got the short end of the stick.
He's got the worst.
Yeah, he's got the
worst
naughty
student.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing is I saw him on he's so loyal, and this is like the Essendon people, they just get indoctrinated. Like, literally, he's there, he goes, they asked him, they're like, oh, no, you interested? He's like, I've got 2 years at this club. If they need me to fill up water bottles, I'll do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
Playing humble man.
That's insane. I was like, he's just a big club man. And the funniest thing I saw this week was that James Hurd was in the panel to select the coach.
Really?
Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Dan Gorringe posted about it. I'm
He's
like,
gonna
this
go-
couldn't get anywhere.
He's going to go down the list and go, James Hurd, he looks good. Picks himself.
He just turns into like an alter ego. Guy's going to be really impartial.
Talks about himself third person.
You know Australian Idol where people used to walk in and
Yeah.
then they do their audition? This is how I think coaching interviews are done. You have like the panel sit down and then Hurdy will be there. He'll be like, all right, we got the next one, James Hurd. And he will run around, do his pitch. He'll be like, all right, guys, this is what we're going to do. And then he'll run back down. He's like, that guy's fantastic. He's like talking to Sheed. So Sheedy's going to be a part of the panel.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're Andrew Welsh, part of the panel. And then like, I saw that Hurdy was also a part of the
That's crazy.
selection process. Or
Imagine as
Fucking
part
hell.
of the process, you have to sing the theme song in front of everyone.
See the bombers. I would like to see it. Like they're a classic club where they don't go externally to even like build this. Like I know Matthew Pavlich was used in like I think Carlton's process to find their next coach.
Yeah.
It's like clubs do this all the time because they try to move away from it, but Essendon are like, nah.
Yeah. Well done,
keep
Dave, with a
that.
bit of
Yeah.
sabotage.
Yeah, keep it in
Pick
the
Vossi. He'll be good.
keep it in the family.
It's like, boss, he's the man you want. Well, we saw Sheedy trying to keep the Essendon fans in their seats.
Yep.
What are your thoughts of leaving sport? I've written sport here because I feel like this is quite universal. What are your thoughts on leaving sport early when your team is losing?
What's the margin?
Doesn't matter. If your team is losing by where it's enough to be like 30, 40 points, there's a slight chance of a comeback. I've heard he left when Naz went on that crazy run.
But then I came back.
You tried to come back, but did you get in?
Yes,
Oh,
I
you
got
got
in.
in.
There was
You got
no
in.
one in there. There's fucking no one in the stadium. Everyone had left.
But do you buy into the whole leaving early?
Now that
team's
I'm
leaving?
an adult and I'm more grown up, I think there's valid reasons to leave early. If you've got kids at home, you've got life to live, right?
This is the thing. It's like you're giving up time to watch this team. If they don't show up for you, why the fuck should you stay there
Yeah.
for them? Right?
But see, when I was a kid and a teenager and I'd go and watch Freo, there was never a day that I would leave early, even in the dark days. But it shifted as my priorities have changed.
Yeah. Now that you're an adult,
Yeah.
you're just like, I've got responsibilities.
Yeah. But
I
still,
call you a coward though. You know
Yeah.
why? You block that time in your day to watch
Yeah.
the team play the full time. You stick to it.
yeah.
You stick to it.
Even if they don't care about you.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? It's like any relationship, it's a two-way street. You don't want to have Stockholm syndrome, being held captive by your
So
football
Hawthorn
club.
at that point, Hawthorn supporters have just left Tassie. They're just like, nah, we're done here.
Yeah.
We're down by 80 points. We're out of here at halftime.
But why would you waste your time? Because you know the result anyway. Like you know it's fucked, and there's no way you're coming back from that.
There might be
Why
some
would you
moral
stay?
victories there.
It's not about moral
Yeah, I don't
victories because
buy
that
into
doesn't
that.
count as a win, does it? That's ridiculous, Chetna.
This Chetna business. We'll let the listeners decide whether they like the Chetna. All right, Samuel? And then Jay.
Jay.
Every time I say Jay, it's just Jay from the In-Betweeners. That's what I just think. Friend. Could say more other like inappropriate jokes
Yeah,
about
no.
Jay, but will it go?
I'll get there.
So did you guys watch much of the footy this week? Because there was like a full round of footy.
Sorry, I don't know why that was really loud. So I watched all of the Geelong Brisbane one because bar that horrendous first quarter,
Yeah.
it was actually not a bad game.
Yeah, right. It wasn't a bad game apart from the first one.
And then
which
I've
Catman
kind of just forgotten who. Hang on, let me just check the AFL Love app.
Let me just check the
I've
AFL
kind of just
Live.
forgotten who played this week.
Chatna.
Yeah, so matches.
Okay, all right.
so-
I'll leave it with Jabba, who clearly watches the games. Did you watch much of the games? Because there's a few things that caught my eye.
I reckon out of all the minutes of football played,
Yes.
I watched 65%.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid. I did too.
So-
Stop it. I'll get to
No,
you.
okay.
I don't know what you were doing. You made weird
sorry.
noises. You were like,
Oh no, I was about to tell you what games I've watched.
okay.
So, I did watch Adelaide West Coast. I thought that was all right.
The doubleheader Friday. So you decided to
No,
go,
yeah,
I
don't
wanna
interrupt
watch-
me. I'm not finished yet.
Okay.
I didn't watch Melbourne Hawthorn. I did watch Orange versus Fremantle.
This is riveting
I
content.
Okay, so the only games I didn't watch was the Friday night game, and that was about it. But I watched intermittently. You know when you got other shit to do, and it's kind of just on in the background.
He was drawing
and
baths.
you're drawing a bath, and you're having your evening primrose oil and doing whatever you need to do to get yourself jacked for the week.
Okay. Did you see the not so deliberate rush behinds, or the deliberate rush?
The Nick
behinds?
Haynes one, yeah.
So no, the Nick Haynes and then Cooper Harvey as well.
Hmm.
That happened in the Port Adelaide North game.
I didn't
know,
see
you-
that one, but I saw
he
very
was he
similar.
was stuck in traffic, and I was
Stuck
talking
in-
shit.
Yeah, he was
stuck in
talking-
fatal traffic.
He was having an
Yeah.
argument with Siri. It's like,
Yeah, I
it's not Chetna. Stop it. So, what are your thoughts on this? Because I don't think there's this is crazy because our rules are so confusing, but I think this is probably the most confusing part of it at the moment. Surprise, surprise, got to do with the goal line.
Yeah.
Again, this deliberate rule is insane.
Hmm.
I thought the Haynes one was like lack of common sense there, right?
Yeah.
It just kind of didn't make sense. Like I didn't get what the fuck was going. Even the Richmond play. You know when the opposition players are looking around like,
What?
what the fuck's kind of happening right now?
So I think
that's an issue.
So they thought like Haynes is like, I thought the initial one I just went around there just to be safe because you have to go when you're taking a kick out, you have to go behind the post. That's the whole, like you have to go like, you know what I mean? I think that's what it is. I
Yeah.
think you have to at least take the ball clearly over. But I think that's why he thought and he did it just to be safe.
I don't even know if he knew. But my understanding, and I haven't seen what the AFL have said about it, was I don't know if the umpire thought the ball went over the first time. So from my point of view, I didn't know if it went over either.
Players
So-
started setting up for a kick out, even Richmond players. That's why it was funny as.
Yeah, but he wasn't in the goal square though. He was on the between the point posts.
So when I went out first,
Yeah.
there was no pressure coming. No one was running to him.
Yeah,
I think
but
what
then
happened-
then he entered the field of play
Yeah.
and then walked it back over. So for an umpire, if you see that, you go, hang on, he's just taken it, but like he's walked it over the line with no pressure at all. So I understand why it was paid, but the fact that it wasn't recalled for being a metre over the line was ridiculous.
That's probably what it was. It was over the line. I think that's probably what it is. It was over the line initially, so the whole everything that happened afterwards should be voided.
Yeah, it should have just been a behind.
Yeah. Cooper Harvey's one was strange too because I think players don't know what to do, and he was there, and then they're like, what is pressure?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Rashudo was like, hey, what is pressure here? With his Rashudo impressions. Awful. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, guys.
You know what else is awful? Your spelling, Cooper Haveri. What the fuck's going on tonight? You can't even spell people's names right.
I was trying to do the run
Not
sheet
that I have any ground to stand on.
I know. Spell police, right? Cooper.
No, it's just really jarring. Who the fuck is Cooper Haveri?
Oh,
I do usually go through and fix it.
I'm noticing a lot of areas.
I've got a bit of a
wigging
typo here. It's that game. Another
should
weird.
call them typo media.
Yeah,
Oh, look at the
well
next
done.
one.
I got Logan Morris, Logan Evans from Port Adelaide. So what happened was he had to go.
Wait, sorry.
You just said I got Logan Morris, Logan Evans from Port Adelaide.
It's Logan Evans from Port Adelaide.
Yeah, but you said Logan Morris
Yeah, I know, but I've written Logan Morris here.
as an accident.
Oh, okay.
As an
I see what
accident.
you're saying because I was confused. as
Yeah.
shit
You were
right
saying
now.
typo media.
Yeah, right.
And this was a mistake by me because on the rundown sheet I've written Logan Morris had to get his own ball.
Yeah.
Logan Evans,
Yeah.
yes. So what happened was the ball went out of bounds and then he had to go get his own ball and it was the most suburban footy thing I've ever seen.
And you spelt that wrong too.
I spelt suburban wrong as well. Jesus, all right. Spell police.
Sebaban.
Suburban, man. What's the most like local footy thing you've seen at the footy?
At an AFL level?
At the AFL level?
Tomato sauce on dim sims.
I've never seen that.
I've seen it once
Where?
at JHMBA Stadium.
And it was Catman.
I don't know. It was
Why do you call
Geelong
it
fan.
GHMBA? I don't know.
Is it JHMBA?
I don't know.
GMHBA.
GHMBA. You know what? I don't give a fuck. It's in Geelong.
All right.
It's a shithole.
What do
but
you,
anyway.
so what do you think you've seen?
Probably in the COVID years where there was no crowd
Mm.
and then players would just consistently have to jump the fence. There wasn't
Yeah,
that
there
many
wasn't-
staff
there
members
wasn't-
in the crowd
yeah,
that
I
were
remember
picking
that.
balls up.
Shitty sirens when they play at crappy grounds is
Yeah.
also funny. I always go, that sounds like a local footy siren.
Yeah.
That was good.
All those regional like gather round games and stuff.
Yeah, they're the best. And you go, oh my God,
Yeah.
these guys are human, just
Yeah.
like us. And then you see them use the ball and you're like,
Or
okay.
getting stuck into fans. Like that's a local footy thing. Getting stuck into people on the sidelines.
You know when you can hear the mic and the mics can pick it up? He's like,
Yeah.
come on, umpire, what the hell was that? Or like, Toby, pick it up. You can just hear that. I love that when because you don't hear that at the MCG. You don't hear it at Marvel. You just hear it at like when they play at Mars Stadium.
Yep.
When they play at like maybe the Giants or GMHBA.
JHMBA.
Hey, so we were watching the Richmond Carlton game and we were messaging each other. And how funny was the umpire in the last minute, just so hot on the whistle, looked like he wanted to break the record for the most ball ups.
Oh
It
yeah, there was like
insane.
7 stoppages in the last minute and a
And
half.
that's one of our most experienced umpires.
He's a very good umpire.
Brett Roseberry.
Very good umpire. Made a few blunders that game, but this was wild. I like the idea behind this, but this was taking it to an extreme level. So clearly they've been told, hey, in the last 2 minutes of a game, when players are diving on the ball and they're taking their time, just blow the whistle, ball it up because we don't want to waste time because it looks bad, right? We want to get on with the game because it's exciting. It's what sells to its supporters. He's gone to a new level where as soon as someone got touched, he's like, ball up.
And it looked bad because the ball kept spilling out
it kept
straight
spilling
after.
out. It was so hot on the whistle, and he was like, you know what? He was just like, yep, I'm gonna go to town here. And I was curious to see what the hitouts were, and I felt like there was like 15 hitouts in the last minute, which is insane in terms of super coach numbers. They were just through the roof. I'm like, wow, imagine like he was so fixated on calling the ball up.
Yeah.
I think he didn't even look at other things that were happening around there. I was like, what is going on here? It was probably the most bizarre thing I've seen. Like the logic, but please don't get carried away with this shit.
If you were a first-time watcher, that would confuse the fuck out.
That would.
Well,
because they don't umpire like that
Nah.
throughout the whole game.
Even watching it as a fan, it confused the fuck out of me. I just didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
It was just bizarre. And I was just like, it's so annoying when it's just like, oh, finally, it's going to spill out. Something's going to happen.
Yeah.
Nah. Whistle.
It's like, when in video games you can activate your special power.
Yeah.
Rosemary just like, you know what? I'm going to power up here. Starts blowing the whistle every time.
100 whistles a minute.
He's like, it's the last 30 seconds of the game that's decided by a point or 2 points.
Yeah.
Let's make it about me.
He must have good lung capacity.
Yeah. Is that what you think of when that happens?
Yeah, no, because like there's a lot of blowing.
I'm surprised you're not shaking ass at the moment.
Yeah, because we played Essendon. Who cares?
Yeah, but like,
No one's going to lose to that team.
You got
unless you're
Desire,
Melbourne
Bradley
and
Hill, wax on, wax off.
45 that was
touches.
pretty great.
48
was pretty
touches?
great. Bradley
48?
like a fine wine.
That's 240 balls. How good is that? That's exciting when you see 240 balls from the same team and they're like best mates too, and it's just like,
And
oh man.
both get a goal and miss one. Motherfuckers, but that's all right.
But like, you think about guys that accumulate. If you told me at the start of the year that Bradley Hill and Nazai get 40,
88 combined.
88 combined, you just go, mate, that would have been poultry in motion.
You go, Naz has had 60.
Yeah. yeah. But like the way they use the ball and the way they're so silky.
They're awesome.
So then I'm like, that's different to watching let's say someone who's a big accumulator, like a Tom Mitchell back in the day, versus a Bradley Hill who just runs and carries, and Naz as well. So that even if you're playing Essendon, that would have just been beautiful to watch.
They're big meters gain players. Like they both would have been up near like a kilometre.
And Naz almost cracked
Kilometre?
1,000, I think.
Yeah, that's nuts.
And then
He was on today.
Bradley would have had heaps as well.
The Nazamano, I genuinely thought was on today.
Yeah.
We'll wait for my buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just wait.
So the Nazamano, if anyone is watching there, is that we've got the Sakamano, which is the 30-3. We've got the Gazamano, which is the 40-4. Now, Jamo has put it out there that the Nazamano will be the 5-50. Now, people have said Greg Williams has done this in the past before.
That was the VFL.
But no, it wasn't in the AFL.
Yeah.
So in the AFL era we're talking about. So the Nazamano could be on.
And Greg Williams was the only one to ever do it.
Ever do it.
Yeah.
That's
or
insane.
at that level, yeah.
6-50, was it?
That's how is
I
that
think
even
it was
possible?
53 and 6.
53 and 6.
Something
How
along
do
the lines
you
of
get
that.
the ball that much? Was anyone else playing? Like, was there a back line?
What was the standard like?
Yeah,
I mean, Lee
they must
Matthews
have-
had 11-40, but that makes sense because you're like, if you're a gun forward, I mean, you've kicked the ball 11 times already to kick the 11 goals, but to kick the ball 6 times, kick 6 goals, but then also have 50.
Yeah.
But you'd also have to play a team that's like incomprehensibly shit, that has no
Like,
taggers.
I look at the Div 12 Rezzies and I'm like, even if you put a superstar in there, 6-50 is insane.
Yeah, it's tough because the level's so low, it's actually harder to get the ball.
Unless you're making a conscious effort to go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like
Yeah,
that.
like
But you
piss-take
can't,
handballs.
how are you going to do that at the AFL level? Come on, Diesel, we want to know.
Yeah. Just on that then, I'll just do my buy now.
Do your buy now.
I'm doubling down on the Naz 50 and 5, the Nazamano.
You're doubling down.
I got a lot of criticism for people saying, 1, it's been done before, or 2, this is ridiculous. And
Yeah,
I
you
said
did.
it was an
Criticism.
outlandish take, but today he's had 46, 2 scoring shots,
He kicked
and he
one.
set up a few.
Yeah.
So he's not far off. It's within reach.
Yeah. The
I know
hardest
you're
thing
scared
that I
about the
find,
goals.
the
Yeah.
hardest thing I find is that if he goes forward, he's not behind the ball and getting cheapies.
Yeah.
Which means that today was the perfect day. He got cheapies.
Yeah.
And Essendon were terrible. I thought he would be lingering around that 50 to kick a few goals, and he wasn't. So he didn't get 50, got very close, but I don't think he was close to kicking 5, man.
No, not today, but the ideal setup would be 25 and 3 goals at halftime. And then you've got your launch pad. You only need 2 more goals. And then let's say you get 1 in the 4th. Oh, you need a lot of touches.
You know what you need him? You need him to start forward, kick like 3 in the first 5 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like as a massive move.
Playing full forward.
And then get him behind the ball because Ross is like, oh shit, we need to get him there. Kicks 1, like just, half,
Yeah.
like a little handball receive. But he's getting all this ball because the other team's coming back now. And then all of a sudden it's like Naz is getting all these kickouts and doing all this, and he's got 37 and 3
Yeah.
at 3/4 time. And then all of a sudden he just goes bang, 2 goals in 13 possessions.
I found it so funny today. They had Setterfield on him at the very start, and then they had to change it because Setterfield's too slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they had Day Wicks running around on him for half the game.
Yeah.
They're just trying to find
They
someone.
put Durham on him for a bit,
Yep.
who then got moved.
Like, he was
Dean Solomon,
untaggable
he's
today.
like, these kids are just so misbehaving.
yeah.
And then the one thing that I would have liked to seen today, and you wouldn't because obviously you want him to be preserved and injury free, but like they would take him off for maybe like a 5 or 6 minute spell. But after a minute of rest, he's ready and he's waiting to come back on and he's angry and he's looking around like pointing at people, I want to come back on.
Yeah.
He's so hungry for the ball and
Yeah,
to
I
play.
would put Zach Merritt on him because I'm like, he's probably leaving the club this year.
Yeah.
At the end of this year. Put him on there. He was the captain. He's like, you want to do it, Zach? Let's go.
Yeah.
okay.
I reckon Naz will just burn him. I know Merritt's a little bit quick.
Maybe
but
it makes Merritt shitty. He's like, what am I? Is this what's come to like
Yeah.
for me? Like, I'm not doing
Yeah.
this.
yeah.
Like, that would, if you're a gun player and your team is shit and your coach just goes, hey, I want you to look after him. It could go two ways.
Be annoying.
You could either just suck it up, do it, and get your team back in them, which I think he's past it now.
Yeah.
He just wants to make sure. Like, I look at some guys like Ridley, Merritt, Parrish. All these guys just want to get through the season unscathed so they can move on.
Yeah.
Like me.
What's that?
Sounds like me.
What's that?
I just want to get through the season so I can end my career.
Wow. I thought you were excited to play footy again.
Yeah, I am, but my body can't do it.
This is a massive shift.
How old are you?
Yeah.
26.
Yeah. So, no more ass flute.
No.
Hey, do we have any hate mail this week, by the way?
No
Last
hate
week was
mail.
so
No.
exciting.
So we wanted to do this segment for
Yeah.
those who didn't watch last week, where we would talk about the hate mail and basically rip into you. Come back.
Usually, if you say that, they said if you have haters, it means you're succeeding. We don't
Yeah.
have any haters.
Not this week. No.
Not this week.
Yeah, except
nothing.
a few inappropriate comments.
Just
Yeah,
a few
yeah.
remarks
Maybe
here
people
and there.
were scared from what happened last
Yeah,
week.
you went at old mate.
Yeah, water boy. Yeah, so no hate mail this week.
No hate mail. Well, we did see a remark of the week that was mentioned, but I can't remember what it was.
Oh, yeah. Let me. Anyway, so some person commented on something that was related to me.
Oh,
Anyway, this like 17, maybe 18-year-old kid, and he's like, "Oh, I'm a massive fan. I used to watch you on my iPad as a kid." And I was just like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like, first of all, who do you think I am, and how old do you think I am? That made no. It made no. It made. I was so confused.
as a kid.
yeah.
So he's only been doing socials, TikToks and stuff
Like,
like the last year and a bit.
Yeah, maybe a year and a bit. And this guy's like, I used to watch you on my iPad.
Maybe they're 13 now, and they were 10 when they
Yeah,
watched you.
yeah, mate.
How old would you have to feel to get that
Maybe.
message?
What the fuck were you? Also, why are you watching me on your iPad? You fucking weirdo.
Thanks for the support, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he's like, "Follow me back, please."
Is that what he said?
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
did because I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's your story.
That's my fuck. Anyway,
I've got a
Moving
good
on.
one for next week. I won't say it today. You can
Why?
tune in next week.
boo.
Ooh, why?
It'll go too long, but I'll give you a little teaser.
Yeah, give me a teaser.
give me I love being teased.
It involves me
Yeah.
Oh.
and a purple morph suit
Ugh.
and YouTube.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
All right, Jamo, it's our favourite segment. This is taken over. It's not buy, sell, hold. It is start, bench, cut
Yep.
with
Let's do it.
Jamo. And this week, I'm keeping you out of the firing line from the players. I'm going, Jamo does journos. Sounded a little weird. But Jamo, I've
Does
picked
he?
3 journos for you to choose from. All right? Start, bench, cut. Kane Corns, Xander Maguire, and Mitch Cleary. Now, what you're picking these guys for is just the all-round newsbreaker, TV personality, reporter, and bloke. You're like, you know what? He's putting his head over the ball. He's reporting on the story that not many have the courage to do so.
Yep.
And I love it. They talk about going back with the flight when they interview a player from the team that lost.
Yep.
We like to say putting the head over the ball and just making a V line for it because that's what these guys do.
Yep.
Now, tell me who you're starting, who you're benching, and who you're cutting, and give me a valid reason because they will come for you.
Sure thing. Starting, Kane Corns.
Ooh!
The face of the league.
Wow, the corn.
I'm a baller. I do listen to Fireball.
601.
Yep. Nah, the podcast guy. I don't wake up that early.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Do the work.
I still get up and do the work, but at my own time.
Yeah, okay.
Doesn't have to be on your time, Kane.
Yep.
But yeah, Kane's been there, done it. He is very controversial. He gets clicks, but he's very entertaining. And I think we need that in our sport. So Kane is starting.
Yeah, Kane doesn't mince his words, which
No.
I kind of like.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that do things for clickbait, but I think he also stands by it too. And I think he'll die on the hill, which
Yeah.
is great. And he's also got a lot of self-awareness,
Yep.
which I kind of like, and he takes the piss out of himself
Yes.
when he needs to, which is great.
Indeed.
Do you like the cane buy?
Oh, I love the cane. I absolutely
corn.
love the cane.
All for the corn.
All for the corn.
He doesn't like St Kilda too much either.
He hates St Kilda, but you know what? I love corn. Big fan of the corn hub.
All right then.
I just like his take.
What's his favourite take that you like?
Okay,
Ever.
I can tell you what take I fucking hate, which is Western Bulldogs are going to be the premiership winners every year.
Yeah, he does love that.
Every
He
year.
sets them up to fail,
And
though.
I genuinely don't think he believes that. I
Yeah.
think he says it to piss people off,
Yeah.
and it works with me.
Yeah. He also says that he'll take Chol over Norton every time.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense because you kind of go out there and say that dogs have the best list, and then you're out there
Yeah.
saying maybe a Chol you take. No disrespect to Chol, but it just says that. But I like you said, the reasons why you said it.
Yeah.
As well. I like it. I'm not here, and I think he will go face to face if he needs to go face to face with Bevo. He will. He'll do what he needs to do. So he's head over the footy. I'm not sure if he did that so much as a player, but he's head over the footy type reporting, which I love.
Yeah. Now, this next one is very difficult for me
Yeah.
because Mitch, friend of the show,
Yeah. Yep. I think so.
Why?
You've called
you
him
look
on the show.
I've called him on the show.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Was I here?
No, you weren't here.
Ah.
This is your you're doing your pre-season, in season. You need to get match fit, podcast
Yeah,
fit.
right.
Are you not mates or something? Because
Mitch. Yeah, he's a friend of the show. I don't. Yeah, he's a friend of the show.
the way he said that,
I don't know how often he listens to the show, but he's a friend of the show. We've called him on the
Anyway,
show.
just let him speak. Thanks.
Yeah. And I really like Xander. I think he's come in and really, he's just super professional. Can do it across multi-sports. Seems like a good person. But for news breaking and prior history, I'm going to have to bench Cleary and cut Xander. But Xander, I think, will be very special in this industry.
I think you're just playing it safe here. Xander, I would just say like, I'm cutting Xander, man. Sorry, man. Just that's it. Sorry, I don't
No,
need to give you this whole
no,
Xander.
no.
Can you still be my friend?
Remember what he said? He goes, "Oh, give an explanation for every pick," and now he's mad that I did.
Tell
that.
me why you
Yeah.
hate Xander.
Oh, this is the whole Sydney thing again.
Yeah.
I like it though. I like
I've
it. So Mitch-
I've actually sent Xander a DM saying I love his work.
Nah,
before.
he's a good.
Did he
man.
reply?
He did.
Oh, that's hot.
What do you agree with that?
Agree with what?
Xander cut.
Personally, I wouldn't cut anyone at all because I think he deserves a chance, and I think you're quite rude for doing that.
This is ridiculous.
No, I think that's fucking cruel.
This is
why
why
would you
it's-
cut him?
this is why it's
Why
my
would you cut him?
segment
It's
and
a
not yours.
hypothetical
You
situation.
DM'd him and you still cut him.
Yeah, because
It's like gaslighting. It's like saying you're really great, but I'm going to cut you anyway.
Yeah, it's my segment.
What was the DM?
coaches
What did the
do.
DM say? Can you read it
Yeah,
out?
Pull out the
I'll
DM.
find it.
And don't lie to us. Tell
And if
us
there
exactly
were any
if it's-
pictures, you have to describe the picture.
Yeah,
well, you reckon I'm sending him pictures?
I don't know.
You might be sending-
You sent us a picture the other day.
you might be sending Xander selfies.
Yeah,
Love
like the
your-
one you sent us.
Love your work, Xander.
Yeah, the one you sent us.
Oh, dear.
All right. You want word for word?
Yeah,
go.
obviously.
You want emojis included?
This and mind you,
Yeah,
Xander
yeah.
Maguire is cut
Yeah,
in
sorry.
Jamo's journo
Starts with the
ranking,
eggplant emoji.
and then you up,
All right.
X-Man, lol.
Yeah, what you doing?
All right, let him go. Let him go.
This isn't going to live up to the hype.
Okay,
whatever.
all right, there you go.
This is May 2025.
Okay,
go for
cool.
it.
Fresh on the scene, mind
Yep.
you. Been loving your work, mate. Fitting in seamlessly to the media world. With a clapping emoji.
Like, are we talking about like clapping or other clapping? Like, how is this going?
No clapping.
Context.
Come on.
Clapping.
Yeah.
Your first
cool.
clap. Yeah.
That's really boring and vanilla.
No, let him go.
Um,
Let him do his
oh,
thing.
there's more.
Okay, yes.
He replies an hour later. Which
Okay,
is
that's good.
pretty prompt.
Yeah.
I was happy with that. Very kind, mate, and likewise, love your content.
What were you posting at the time?
The podcast was still running. So,
Oh, that's
yeah.
great.
I thought this was in your when you're in your purple jumpsuit or something.
No, that was when I was very young.
No, that's okay. We'll go back to that. But yes,
And then I said, cheers, I appreciate it. Keep killing it, mate. So that's good.
look, that's very sweet, Jabbo. And I think I saw Xander in a hoodie recently in a video, and I thought it was very funny.
Yep.
And I think he's making that progression. For me, Mitchell is unbelievable. Mitch. For me, I start Mitch. I bench Kane because Kane can sometimes just go a bit berserk with his hot takes, a bit too crazy. He'll just start tapping the button and just spamming the
Yeah.
crap out of hot takes to the point he just forgets where he is. I just feel like he just goes nuts. He's just like, I hate Sanders, I hate Ashcroft, I hate this, and he just
Yeah.
goes bananas.
Yeah.
But I love him as a personality. He's great. But Mitch is my boy. I just feel like outside of the interaction with Clayton Oliver when he was at the airport, which I thought Mitch was just like, what'd I do?
Yeah.
What did he say fuck me for? Like literally, Mitch is the kind of guy you don't hate. He seems lovable. He seems fun. He's a really nice guy. Gives a lot of his time to. And also, when he has to go out there and break the news, for whatever reason it is, when Lachie Neale, did you see him when he was getting the concussion test and the player, the fan gave him some stick?
Yeah.
He went up to Lachie Neale and said, what the hell happened, mate?
Yeah.
Tell me. And he just broke it then and there. Head over the ball kind of stuff. Love Mitchell for that. And Xander, unfortunately, you're getting cut. Don't have the reps in, mate.
Yeah.
Me and Xander go, we're pretty close.
That's pretty much my reasoning as well. Yeah.
We're not close at all. I've met him a few times and he's made me feel like real good. I'm like, Xander's my boy. So X-Man. What about, you just don't cut anyone because that's not how you operate.
No, I'm a very fair operator.
Yeah. And
So,
we're a big fan of the...
It's got the tube out.
We're a big fan. We're a big fan of the of the seven.
He looks like a fucking maggot.
Of a what? What do I look like?
A big, beautiful MAGA.
7 AFL, beautiful page. We like it. We love it.
It's giving me a bit more Mario.
Mario.
Mario Kart.
Chaos Spots. No, we're gonna build a wall. They built a paywall. All right,
You look
let's look at
stunning.
it. There you go. So we love the seven journos. They're doing a great job.
Yep.
Fantastic. Who do you think is the journo that's on the cusp of this from, what I've said, start, bench, cut that I haven't mentioned?
I like Kaltumi.
Yeah.
I like Kaltumi, but it's more like draft related. But
Cal doesn't get out of that draft space. Come out, Cal. Drop some bombs. Like, just say something random. I like Zeta.
David.
Yeah.
Oh, David's quite good.
When he's got a tribunal, he's just like, fuck it. I'm going to be there at 10 p.m. waiting for this. I hate it. And I'm going to tweet all about this. And it's just hilarious.
They've all got their niches, don't they?
Yeah. Zeta's the best.
Zeta's the tribunal man.
Yeah. He swears in his tweets.
Yeah.
Which I like because I'm like, this is a journo. He's like, fuck me. It's going on for another hour to work out what colour, Toby Green's glove was or
And
something.
he'll be like, what's going on?
He captures
And then what he's
everyone's-
ordering for dinner?
Yeah, literally.
He
That's
my
that.
favourite part.
It's the best. It's so good. So
So he's
Zeke's
an
one.
honourable mention and next up.
Yeah, I'm big on Kate McCarthy too. Love
Yeah,
Kate.
we love K-Mac.
She puts her head over the ball and she goes at it. She's
Yeah.
awesome at
And
that as well.
for all those dickheads who didn't understand her take about the coaching take
Oh,
recently.
it's terrible, wasn't it?
And they were like-
everyone was just ripping
And
into it.
even, I think it's news.com.au.
Daily Mail. The Daily Mail.
Oh, there's a few of
Honestly,
them.
fuck the Daily Mail.
Yeah, fuck the Mail.
And I can't put enough emphasis on that.
Yeah.
Gutter journalism.
It is.
Gutter.
Get up early and do the work and get the right information.
The information was so wrong.
Yeah.
What she said, it was crazy. If you actually watch the clip and you understand what she's saying, it makes 100% sense.
Yeah.
Because, I'm pretty sure Crocker was coaching North Melbourne for a bit as well.
Yeah.
And what she was saying was that he's been coaching such a successful program, clearly got the runs on the ball. Why isn't he in consideration? Which makes total sense because he's dominating at the moment.
But I think people watch like the first 5 seconds and
Yeah, they get too angry.
Yeah, and then just don't watch the rest. It's like, it was pretty obvious you didn't watch it all.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I've also got this thing before we move on to our final segment. I saw this thing. I've been just looking through Reddit and I saw someone write down, where the hell is the full wingspan shepherd?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who was known for it? There was a couple of doggies players. Might have even been Liam Picken. in
Liam
the grand
Picken, he would
final.
run the full wingspan.
It was awesome.
I love when people used to do that at training.
Yeah.
The full wingspan. It's great. We don't see that in the game anymore. It's like extinct.
It should be there.
It should be there.
Oh, next time we play with each other, Div 12 Rezzies. Let's
It was
just
a full
whip it out.
wingspan.
Yeah.
The 3-man weave was the perfect example to just get that bit of practice in there. Give it there. Make sure you lay the shepherd. Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, boys.
Yeah.
Got it.
You know what I want back? And this is a bit stupid and niche, but kicking it to yourself during
See,
kick outs.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. See,
Yeah.
that's what I like. I know a North Melbourne player did that when they didn't have to do that. I think Cooper Harvey did that last year. It's like, what do you?
Yeah.
Why did you do
Self-handball? Self-handball
that?
is a
That
good one. I
never
love it.
existed.
No, I've seen players handball it to
That
themselves.
was just like that was never a thing. Who would do that? Who the hell is going out there? In which world did a player just go, oh, give that to myself?
I think it's happened a few times.
Yeah, but it
I'm
wasn't
pretty
a
sure Nick
thing.
Dacos has done it.
But no one's doing that as as a skill. What he said was perfect. It was like from a kick in, you had to kick it to yourself.
You make me feel like an outsider on this podcast. You make me feel unwelcome.
I'm so
like I'm a fucking clown.
Cop that, Chetna.
Yeah, cop.
Come at me. Chetna, he's worn a Giants jersey.
Yeah, he's pissed us both off
what's
today.
the opposite of glaze?
I don't know, mate. I'll leave that.
I'll work it out.
All right, we'll move on to our final segment, buy, sell, hold. All right. So fire away.
I've already bought.
You've already
So
bought.
you can buy.
I'll let Sammy buy.
Wait, what was your buy?
I said it earlier. It was doubling down on the Nazamano.
Okay, anyway. My buy is checking your own stats and cross-referencing.
You're buying it.
You're buying it.
I'm buying it. I think it's fucking awesome. I think that's so funny. I think players should go through their own stacks and check them, make sure they're all
Double
right.
check. Yeah.
Yeah. You're buying stat checking.
Yeah, I'm buying stat checking.
He had a vendetta against Premier Data.
Yeah, no, he's still
Who's coming with me?
Look at his eyes. His eyes just went fucking red and squinty and shit. He's still so bitter about it.
Dialed up.
Grow up, but I think it's quite funny. I'm all about it.
Yeah.
I'm all about doing your own stats, your legend in your own lunchbox kind of thing.
Do you want me to send them to you after each of my games?
No.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, interesting.
Please don't do that.
Yeah, you know what I'm buying?
What?
No.
Nick Dacos is winning the Brownlow.
That's just like such a cheap buy.
Oh my God. How intellectually
Oh,
lazy are you?
Jesus, that's a...
Have you got your Dacos Glaze shirt
No, I
on?
don't have my Dacos glaze on. Actually, look, Nick Dacos will win the Brownlow into Brisbane winning the premiership is what I have.
Dacos does deserve one.
Okay.
Like,
And
I agree.
I think Dacos wins the Brownlow, Brisbane win the premiership. I think Brisbane, what they're doing at the moment, they might not lose a game for the rest of the season.
I don't think they will.
They are on fire. They're flying under the radar. And Fremantle, there's some cracks. You know, Hawthorn, there's some cracks. Geelong, I'm not sure what's going on
what's
there.
the Freo crack?
You lost to
You
GWS.
just lost to GWS. You made the package look
Brisbane
awesome.
have lost to half the league.
Yeah,
this
but
year.
they're hitting form at the right time.
But they did that last year and they won the flag.
And they just beat Geelong, who has been at Geelong.
Yeah.
And Geelong's in okay form. And then you go, they beat, who else did they beat the last week?
They've beaten teams.
They're beating teams.
They're,
That's all we know.
they're beating teams
They won
and
4 in
they're
a row.
doing stuff.
So outside of Carlton, I think they've got the second best win streak.
Yep.
And they're dangerous because they've won 2 flags. They know how to do this. They're going to do it again. Sammy's going to wear his Brisbane jumper. I'm sure of it.
I have a scarf, but not a jumper. So hold that thought.
Cheats will find something.
I will
find
get
for you.
something
But yeah,
for
I
you.
think the double of Dacos Brownlow into Brisbane winning the flag. That's what
I
I'm buying.
agree. That's beautiful.
What are you selling?
The Gold Coast Suns is an institution. Fucking sick of them. The experiment hasn't worked. We'll just go and send them another assistance
You
package.
sold them last week.
No, I held them and now I'm selling
That was
them.
a quick sell.
I'm selling them.
Yeah.
That what are we going to do? Send them another assistance package?
I don't think so.
Give them a couple of top 10 picks
They're going to hate it when Tassie are here.
and
'cause they're
pray
not
for the best. These teams, they're unexplainably bad, and it's starting to slightly annoy me, just slightly, because I want to see them do well. I want the sun to rise on Gold Coast once more, but the sun's been setting ever since they've been in the competition.
Not once more.
Yeah, in fact, I don't think it's ever risen. I don't think it's ever risen.
Waiting for the sun to rise.
Yeah, the sun's like there's a little glimmer on the horizon, but it's fuck all. You can't see shit with that.
So you want them to succeed, but you want the institution to be vanished.
Okay. So
Make up your damn mind.
yeah. Now you're backing me into a corner. And I don't know what to say. And I'm getting uncomfortable again because I don't feel super welcome here. Anyway,
Resorts
what
to
are you
that.
holding? What are you selling?
Yeah,
Sorry,
he's rattled. What are you selling, Jamo?
I'm selling.
what?
He just
Sorry.
wanted me before I even mentioned it. That's a good one. I'll take that away and use that. All right. When players handball or kick the ball into the opposition's foot and then it goes out for a free kick. So it's not a proper disposal.
Oh, the lasso rule.
Yeah. So I like the rule, but I don't like the fact that if it just hits someone's foot in a contest and rolls out, that it counts as a free kick.
Who did that last week where they handballed it into the player's foot deliberately so it would go out and then they get the lasso?
I didn't see it, but yeah, I can
I
see that
can't
happening.
remember what player it was.
It's happening
but
every
it's
week.
happened.
Yeah.
But incidental contact where and
Yeah.
they're being called lasso.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be called.
Like
it.
that's not technically
Yeah.
a disposal.
Yeah.
So and it's a last disposal rule.
And I think we're at a position where we can clearly see if someone is making an attempt to dispose the ball.
Yeah.
If it's just come off as a deflection, we should never reward that for that.
No, it should just be the throw in.
Yeah, it should be that. If someone's running and they intentionally kick it, and I think that should apply for out on the full too. I think. You know when sometimes where the ball hits someone's foot and
Oh,
it
I
goes
know what
over
you
the
mean.
goes.
Yeah.
So it's a rarer occasion
Yeah.
because that's what it used to happen where someone would kick it
Yeah.
and they would put their foot out and it'll hit their foot and go over. I think unless someone is kicking it intentionally, I don't think we should be rewarding the other team.
Yeah.
Because it also makes it like we don't need to have an arc for out of bounds decisions.
No.
No.
That is the waste. We're trying to speeden up the game. That's a waste of time.
It should be as
Stupid.
clear as day to make a decision.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Clear
Yeah,
as
I
day.
am selling double headers going on. Fucking stupid.
Too
much.
It's
Too
too
often.
much.
Yep.
Too tiring. That's probably why I can get the stench of bye rounds because I'm like, I want to watch as much footy as possible.
Yep.
Regardless of how shit these games are, I'll still tune in if it's a standalone game.
Yeah.
Putting like double header on Friday, it's just uneasy. And then the Saturday, I'm used to it, but it still sucks. And then the Sunday overlap
Yeah.
is annoying too. It's like, why are we overlapping when there's two games?
Yeah.
What's
No.
going on there?
I agree. It stinks.
So what are you holding?
Port wild card. I can feel it in me loins. I can feel them brewing. They're brewing.
Two in
They're
a row.
doing things. 2 in a row. They're looking
Is that
good.
more than 2 in a row now? Jamo?
Mitch.
I'm the stat man. Give me a sec.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
Mitch is looking good. He's
Georgiades.
kicking straight.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. And I think they've got a pretty reasonable run home. I don't think it's
2 in a row.
2 in a
impossible,
row. Right.
but there's enough there. They're also they haven't
How
really
many
been
games behind
thumped
are
this
they
year.
in the top 10?
From the 10
Yeah.
3, I'm pretty sure.
to.
That's not unachievable.
But they've got a good percentage, which will be very
But
helpful.
they also need other results to fall their way. But it can is it like
Who do they have in the coming weeks?
us?
Hang on.
They're
On the
facing
weekend?
Kilda, which is going to be probably telling because they need those teams to drop games. But it kind
Yeah.
of works out for them that like these teams are playing each other as well.
Port's run.
Yeah.
St Kilda, Fremantle,
Correct.
Brisbane,
Yep.
GWS, Sydney, D's,
I don't know where he pulled his.
Dons.
Okay,
They got an
maybe I'm-
easy run home.
Okay, so
tough.
I'm sensing 5 of 7. I think they will.
Wow.
I think they'll beat us.
And
I
how many
think they'll
wins are they
beat
on at the
Freo.
moment? 8. Are they on 8 wins? They're not on 8 wins. They're on 7 wins.
They're on 6 wins.
Yeah, 11 wins isn't getting you there. I think you need 12 or 13 wins.
I think it's 11.3 last time I checked.
Last time you checked, you thought they had a good run home too.
No, that is.
I don't
good-
know what
that-
you're checking.
I think that is a good run home because you're only as good as your last game. So the last game would suggest that St Kilda are okay, Freo are shit, Brisbane are okay, Sydney are okay.
What are you
there's a
holding,
ca-
Jamo?
I'm holding the criticism Fremantle will get this week. So they'll get a lot of criticism from the media this week. Are they good enough? You've just said there's no chance they'll win the flag.
No chance.
So I'm putting a hold on it. 5-day break into the Swans on Thursday night. That'll be a good test. Freo, Swans, first versus second. Thursday night. Get excited.
So where is it?
In WA, Optus Stadium, Wharfie time.
Do you reckon the Swans are going to get wharfed all over, or?
Well, judging off our, only as good as your last game, right?
Well,
So
correct. So you poo.
It's like we're getting
Yeah.
swanned all over.
You're going to get swanned on. Just going to fly up ahead and just shit all over you. Do swans fly? I believe they do. I don't even know what I'm on about.
I'm holding Jamo's attitude.
Yeah, it's dog shit.
It is.
He's stolen that from you.
No, yeah, because I was trying to be nice to you
You
and,
two
and,
just shared
and allow
jokes
you
and-
to show improvement, but you haven't. Your attitude stinks.
What
I'm
is
sick
going
of
on
it.
here? I have seen a turn in this. You were going at a hater. You went at him real personally too.
You liked that though.
You called Dills a dildo.
Oh, you did.
Yep.
You said dildo
You
last
said
week.
dildo.
Wait, these
Andrew
two
Dillon.
things sound like Jamo's in form, and that was funny.
It was
was.
funny, but
We had time to reflect, and we saw Fremantle lose, and you came in here wanting to punch on with Sammy.
Yeah.
I actually came in quite amicable until I saw the orange.
Well, I mean, you were seeing red as soon as you walked in.
You walked in,
Yeah.
you wanted to go. We've got the footage.
It's a bit of an issue. Yeah, you're on Sam Cam, bro.
Sam Kemp.
But I reckon we keep a close eye on this attitude.
On my
Because he might
attitude,
there might be a genuine crash out.
Boil
if
over one week.
Yeah.
Fremantle doesn't get a home final. Oh boy.
Yeah, that I don't even know if I ever show up again.
Don't get Jamo angry, don't get the Hulk angry. Don't get
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, look, it could be 2 losses in a row. The streak. There might be a different streak for Fremantle. Who knows?
What? A brown streak? What?
It's because they had the winning streak. They're not gonna
And then you have a shit streak.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, losing streak. Anything to add heading into this week now that we're done with the buys?
No, I really like the football sometimes.
As we've gone on with this episode, you sound more and more drunk.
I'm not okay.
Can
He gave me
I don't know if swans can fly.
He gave me a cup of brown liquid before the show. I don't know
spiked
what was
you.
in that,
All right, I really like
but
football.
there was Anyway, I don't know what to say, so I'm
I'm
just
looking
trying
forward to the
contribute.
Swans versus Freo game because I
That'll
don't
be
think
good.
Freo lose at home, and I would love to see a Jamo crash out, and also certified Sydney hate watcher.
Fucking hate Sydney.
Yeah,
Swans are
doesn't like
strong
him.
and graceful flyers. They're capable of reaching speeds of 48 to 96 kilometres per hour.
They're going to be swanning
See?
all over the
They are
Wharfies.
going to absolutely swan the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
We're
On that note,
going to drop an anchor on them swans.
Oh, that's animal cruelty, and I do not support
we
that.
do not support that. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, give us a 5-star rating, whatever it is, and then you'll see Jamo crash out next week.
Yeah, fuck the swans.